When I was growing up, I can remember the older ones saying to me, if I had my time over again, I'd have done this or I'd have done that. And it's a shame that people feel that the mistakes they made when they were younger had held them back and had changed their life from being what it could have been. And they're living with regret. And that's what I want to talk about in this video. My name's James. If you're here for the very first time, welcome along. And on this channel, I like to talk about experiences from my life and hopefully give you a bit of encouragement by the experiences that I've had and the things that I've learned along the way, and the hope that they can help you as you move forward in your life. If you've been around the channel a while, welcome back. It's good to have you with us for another video. But when you think back, it's so easy to look at things that you could have done in the past and been better, and feel regret that you didn't do those things. But as I so often tell people, you only do things at the time with the experience that you have. So down the road, everything you think you knew is going to look like you knew very little. And so you shouldn't regret things that you haven't done. The thing is, we all beat ourselves up. We're all very self-critical, whether we like it or not. And as much as I talk optimistically and excitedly about different things, there are moments when I, just like everybody else, will shake their head and wish that things had gone a different way in your life. But the thing is this: if things that you did had gone in a different way, your life would be different to the way it is now. You may have gone totally a different way. You might not have met the love of your life because you wouldn't have been where you were. There are all sorts of things that you could think about it, but regret isn't one of those things. What you should do is take all of those regrets that you've got and turn them into learning lessons. If you look back at life and you see all those things that you did wrong and where you could have done better, you can look back and go, yeah, that was the reason why. Because I didn't do this, if I'd have done that, things would have been different. But you didn't know to do that, but you do now. And so what you can do is put that into the bank and keep all those things, that the lessons that you've learned from the past, and take them forward with you. Being self-critical is a real pointless exercise. All it does is pull you down and make you feel 10 times worse than when you started. And I know this because... But life is a learning lesson. It's always going to be a learning lesson. I love to go back, don't get me wrong. There is nothing wrong in looking back. I'm a very nostalgic kind of person. And as I look back, and I'm sure you do, you remember lots of good things that happened back then. And I've got lovely memories of people that I knew when I was growing up, people who are no longer with us. And I learned a lot of things from them. There are many lessons I've learned along the way from people who, not necessarily family, but friends of the family, who gave me advice along the way and looked out for me at certain times in my life. So it's okay to look back and think about certain events. I know music does it to me. I look back a lot. I hear a song and it takes me back to a place just like that, and I'm 16 again, or I'm 7, or I'm maybe 22. Do you know what I mean? When you listen to music, it can take you back. But there is no point at looking back just at your mistakes and wishing that you'd made a different decision at the time. Every one of us looks back in time at things that we've done, and really, sometimes we wish we'd done better, but you have to take a step back and think to yourself, yeah, I could have done, but I didn't know the answer at the time. I know I lost a business. I lost lots of things. Things have gone wrong, and it happens. It happens to all of us. But regretting it is not the way to go forward in life. The way you go forward is learning from the mistakes you've had and made and fixing them in your brain so that when you come to a situation that's like it again, you know what you can do because you've learned from the first time. Because believe you me, things come back a second time to trip us up. You can be sure it happens. If it hasn't happened to you yet, it's definitely going to happen some stage along the way. And so that's what I wanted to really talk about today. It's about living your life in a way where you don't beat yourself up all the time. Regrets are not good things to have. I've got some regrets which I can't change. And I couldn't have changed even then. Like when my dad passed away, I was 100 miles away and he had a heart attack. And I regretted that I never had that last chance to speak to him. But there was nothing I could have done. I wasn't there and I couldn't be there. And it died in the middle of the night, so I wouldn't have been there anyway. So there are sorts of things like that you can't change and you may have regrets over. But having regrets over mistakes that you've made along the way that you can't put right can help you not to make the same mistake again. And that's the important thing, isn't it? You learn this life every single day. We learn something new. We may not think it at the time, but something happens most days that you didn't know before or you don't understand before. It's an ongoing process, life is. You learn day after day, whether you like it or not, you really do. There's stuff comes at you every single day, which you know today, and even at my age, 10 years from now, if I'm still here, I can look back at that and go, oh, blimey heck, I didn't remember that. Things happen in life. You're going to have regrets. And you can go back in life as much as you like. But do it to remember the good things. Do it to remember, actually, some of the mistakes that I've made in the past have been good things. Because I've learned a lesson there and then that has taken me way further than I would have done if I hadn't had the mistake. I don't think from successes you learn a lot. It's in your mistakes and the failures of your life that if you look at it the right way, that's where you learn. When you go wrong and you do things wrong, you have to stretch out of your comfort zone, whether you like it or not, or else you're just going to go worse. But the mistakes of your life will help you forward. But you can't go back. You cannot go back and fix the mistakes that you made. So don't even regret anything about it. Don't worry about it. Just take the lesson that you learned and use it on your road forward. That's about it from me for today. I will be back tomorrow. Do you know what? That's day 24 of this challenge done. Getting towards the end now. But if you look over there, there is a playlist of all of the videos so far if you'd like to check them out. And I'll see you tomorrow.